And we did find out that he is the long-lost child of Henny Youngman, is making his first appearance in a CIYC variety show. He has been a member for 3 years and also has a boat dock not far from here in the harbor for 10 years. He loves doing stand-up, and he has performed many times on talent shows while at sea on cruise ships. So right now, please welcome Harvey Youngman for his first appearance on a CIYC variety show.
Can you see this outfit? Now you might ask yourself, why is this guy wearing poker, chips? You know, if I didn't play poker, I just thought about it. I'm not doing the same stuff I did last night. If I didn't play poker, I would never be in this yacht club. I'd never be a member. I used to play poker and lose almost every single year. I played No Limit, I played Texas Hold'em, lost lots and lots of money. I decided to give it up about 12, 13 years ago, and I was accumulating all this money, and I said, what am I going to do with it? I said, here's an idea. Let's buy a boat. So I have a 48-foot Hatteras at Bahia Marina named Poker Money. Every time somebody travels by there and that they see me there, they stop and say, man, you must be a good poker player. I said, are you kidding me? I bought this boat on the money I saved not playing poker. And it's the truth. Everybody, all my friends know this. I used to do a lot of fishing in the back of the boat, and I would throw most of the fish back out into the water because I didn't want to eat them. They were mackerel. Then one guy in an electric boat comes by my boat and says, why are you throwing the fish back in? I said, it's a mackerel. It's awful. He said, you know what? You don't know how to cook it. I said, you know how to cook mackerel? Makes it taste good? He said, follow my instructions. He said, take that mackerel, put it on a plank, fillet it, put it in the oven for an hour, for 350 degrees, take it out, throw away the mackerel, and eat the plank. What an idea. I've eaten about 6 planks so far. This older couple gets married for the second time. I know nobody here is married for a second time. And they go on their honeymoon, but they've never seen each other nude, ever. Well, the husband proceeds to take off his shoes, and the new... Are we gonna have hecklers here tonight? Okay, let me start over. The husband's sitting down, taking off his shoes, and the wife looks at his toes and says, honey, look at those toes. They're all mangled up. He says, when I was younger, I had polio. He said, polio? Wow. So he proceeds to take off his pants, and she looks at his knees. She says, your knees are all red. They look mangled up too. What's wrong with you? He said, when I was younger, I had measles. She said, oh, measles, okay. So he takes off his underwear, and she stops him and says, don't tell me, you had smallpox. Hey, don't rent my jokes. If you don't like it, you can leave. I mean, my joke's not going to be for everybody, but they're for you. My wife's sitting in the back there, she's blonde. The other day I come home and she has the freezer open. She's looking at the orange juice can. I said, Kathy, what are you doing? She says, I'm staring. I said, why? She says, it says concentrate. The other day I asked her, Kathy, how come you never tell me when you have an orgasm? She says, because you're never around. That was cold. That was cold. So I went to see my therapist. I said, doctor, I've been coming to you for 2 years. What's wrong with me? He says, Harvey, I think you're crazy. I said, I want a second opinion. He says, I think you're ugly too. That That wasn't very nice. Little Timmy in high school. Little Timmy's in high school. Are you listening? And he's had sexual relations with another girl in high school. So he said, I'm going to go confess. So he goes to the Catholic church, sits down, and the priest asks him, what can I help you with, my son? He says, you know, Father, I had sexual relations with one of the girls in high school. The priest says, oh, it must have been Mary. He said, no, it wasn't Mary. Oh, it must have been that loose Susie. He said, no, it wasn't Susie. So who was it? He said, I'm not going to tell you. She said, I know that Mary Ann, it had to be her. He said, it wasn't her. She said, who was it then? He said, if you don't tell me, get out of my confession box, get out of my church. So little Timmy goes out, he's kind of discouraged. He sees his two friends waiting for him, and his friend says, how did it go with the priest? He said, didn't go very good, but he did give me 3 new leads. You know, as you get older, some of you already know this, as you get older, some of you might be going to board and care or maybe senior living. Julie notices a new guy at the place. She never seen him before. At this. Anyhow, she sees a new guy there, and she says, hi, my name is Susan. I've never seen you before. He says, what's your name? She says, my name is Sam. He says, I haven't seen you. Where you been? He says, I've been in prison for 30 years. She says, what did you do? He said, I killed my wife. So she says, oh, so you're single. That's it, folks. I'm going to give you with, I think you want one thing. You might not enjoy this, but it's kind of not politically correct, but a homeless person the other day came up to me and he said, I haven't eaten in 3 days. I said, boy, I wish I had your willpower. All right, thank you, folks. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show.